Hi everyone, Kobi Column here, and please don't be over smart. That's something that I've heard growing up so many times. And if you are someone who also grew up in Asia, especially South Asia, you hear this term. And this term is so detrimental for anyone's growth. What is being over smart, and why is it imposed upon anyone trying to be chalant, do something, and why is it so specific to our region? This is a question that I am struggling with today, just today, because I didn't think about this before until one of my friends, who's this really, really smart guy, not over smart, he's working on a startup, and he just told me this one thing, which is confidence is seen as stigmatized in our communities. And it didn't make sense to me until he told me, how many times have you heard, don't be over smart as a thing growing up? And I did. Anytime I would try to speak up in class, try and do something, uh, there would be other kids talking about don't be over smart. Whenever you try to approach a math problem from another angle that the teacher has not taught yet, the teacher would be like, don't try to be over smart. And that is so detrimental to creativity. It's detrimental to problem solving, because the whole point of coming up with new things, the whole reason you as a person get education is so you can add value to society, and you cannot add value to society, in my opinion, by doing things the way they have always been done. You can be a cog in the machine, but you cannot, for the love of God, be someone who adds value, who creates a bump in what society deems is the okay, I don't know where I was going with that. But over smartness. Now, I'm thinking about times in school. And now that I'm abroad, I would maybe think to myself, okay, I've grown out of this mentality. I've stopped thinking this way, but no, there's no indicator in my actions. Not none, but most of my actions still bear the brunt of going through this over smartness crisis, right? Um, I'm thinking about in Nepali they say, "Oh, you're hero boy," or like "Kino hero banna khoje," right? Trying itself is seen as too much, and I wonder where the stigma comes from. And in my opinion, the stigma comes from envy. When people don't have the courage to do something, they see someone else have the courage to do this, then they feel this sense of threat within them. And instead of thinking about, oh, why am I feeling threatened right now? Why do I feel like why do I feel inadequate? Instead of questioning and self-reflecting, you take all of this negative energy that is produced within you when you see someone doing something that is unconventional or doing something new, and then you throw it. You throw it like an arrow at the person and tell them, why are you being so over smart? And the solution to this is to have an over smart crisis. Everyone should be over smart. Everyone should try to be over smart. So there's a difference. There's even in Western cultures, or I don't like saying Western cultures, fuck Western culture. Even in spaces where they don't have this over smart stigma, they can still be like, oh, this person acts like a know it all, you know? And that can be stigmatized. And it's not about balance. I think it's just about how you phrase things, because you can, being a know it all and truly believing the fact that you know this, that you can grasp this concept easily, is a very important skill to have. And the moment you have this anxiety that, okay, I'm going to come across as someone who knows everything or who is too over smart, then you fail. I think you fail to recognize the fact that you as a human being have so much infinite untapped power inside of you. So next time you feel over smart or someone tells you that you're being too much, fuck them. They don't get it. They're not cool enough. They don't understand life with the same sort of intricacy that you do. Because sometimes empathizing too much with people can result in you losing parts of yourself. And I'm saying this from personal experience because I'll empathize with these people that might call out other people for being over smart. I understand where it comes from. Okay, they feel inadequate, there's not enough opportunities given to them, or they grew up somewhere where in a family where it's very rigid, you do this, do that, done. I empathize with how they might, with why they might call someone over smart, but that doesn't mean that I should adopt a kind of gentleness towards this approach. My understanding of their mind frame does not account to me being more gentle, because that is a detrimental, that is a harmful ideology, actively harming my self growth, actively stifling the development of the nation. The cultural emphasis on not being over smart. And maybe this also comes from structural systems, such as always respecting the guru, always respecting the teacher. Whatever the teacher says is 100% true. Where that's not the case. Kids nowadays have access to so much more information than these boomers ever did. And there could be times where kids can raise their hand and say things that are clashing with the teacher's opinion and then still be right. But then at that moment, they'll be called oversmart. And then just imagine you're that kid. You'll be called oversmart. Now you feel made fun of for trying. Then it hinders your self confidence. You're less likely to look for new, innovative ways to approach a problem. Instead, you go down the same fucking rabbit hole, start playing the same safe routes that everyone else has been playing, and that's not gonna get you anywhere. Like, it's gonna get you somewhere, like 1% of the way of how the world's greatest people, world's most intelligent people think. But if you want to think more critically, you have to be over smart. You have to believe in your idea, you have to believe in your vision, and you have to believe that, oh shit, I'm the one who can change how everyone in this room thinks about this topic. And the moment you believe that, I feel like you can come across as oversmart, or in another space, the same kid who was called oversmart would be met with so much praise. The teacher would be like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Actually, we could solve it from this method. You taught me something. Would that not give the kids such an immense amount of self-belief that, oh wow, I got to know something that the teacher didn't, or I thought of a solution that the teacher was not aware of? That gives the kid so much self-belief that he'd probably look for more innovative ways to solve problems. He'd probably look for better ways to approach anything in his life. But no, he has to be called oversmart. So that's kind of it. That's what I want to talk about. I hate that culture, the fact that people can be labeled as oversmart, and if you think that way, you're not cool, and you're just doing harm to society. Don't ever call someone oversmart, even if someone is acting like a know-it-all. Like, you can maybe challenge their ideas in a more discourse way than just going towards their personality. I don't know. I'm not trying to be over smart. Hey. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm about to watch this movie called Arrival. Uh, Today is the start of a new month. It's also the start of Ramadan. And thank you guys for watching. And please be over smart. Be over smart.